Our party, the CPIM, has taken the issue of the Waqf Amendment Bill, which is now going to become an act, very seriously. And we have moved a resolution against it also, demanding that it be withdrawn. We think that it is a very unjust act. It's a very divisive act. And because of the seriousness of this bill, when it was being introduced in Parliament, actually our members of Parliament had already arrived in Madurai. But we were so serious about it that we requested all of them to immediately go back to Delhi and participate in the debate and vote. So all our members, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, were all present in the House when the government introduced these bills there, and they obviously voted against them. It is very unfortunate that the biggest opposition party of our country, one of their main leaders, was not present in the House. That is very unfortunate. But anyway, the point is that this is an act that we want withdrawn. The BJP has claimed that they have brought it to defend the interest of the Muslim community, especially poor Muslims, women and so on. This is an absolute lie. It is absolutely incorrect. Because what have they changed? We have to understand that. Now, what is Waqf? Waqf is simply any Muslim can give his or her property for the purpose of some mosque construction or some graveyard or some madrasa or some other charitable institution for the benefit of the Muslim community. This is part of their law and has always been possible. It was also possible that if somebody who is not a Muslim but who out of solidarity or fraternity wants to contribute also in their village or in their area to some mosque or to some graveyard or to some school, non-Muslims were also free to do so. Now, in that there were some changes made, but once again that right was restored. Now the point is, why has this government rushed, been so eager to pass this law? There are so many other laws that are waiting. MSP, farmers are waiting for such a long time, but they're not paying any attention for this. They have pushed through this law because it will lead to further polarization in our society, and they think that this will help them in the coming elections, maybe also the election in Bihar. Now, what are the things that have been changed? For the first time, they have said that 2 non-Muslims will also have to be made members of the Waqf boards. This was never there. This Waqf is for the Muslim community. For example, you have got so many temples, and if a temple is having under the Devashram board, but there is a condition that the district magistrate, if he is a non-Hindu, will not be the head of that, somebody else will come in his place. In fact, in Kerala, I think in 1987, some official's name sounded like a non-Hindu, and there was a riot situation. So, if you are not allowing non-Hindus to be part of the governing body of the temples and temple property, and similarly with the Christians, why are you bringing this change for the Muslim endowment, that is for Muslim property? Then the other thing that they have said is that when there is a dispute that whether the land is Waqf land or government land, then the district magistrate, his decision will be final. Now this is very dangerous, because if the district magistrate's decision is going to be final, it is very likely that the district magistrate will do what the government wants him or her to do. So this is actually taking away the rights of the Muslim community to control their Waqf property and to use it in the way that serves their community the best. Just now we got the news from Punjab. There are many villages in Punjab where mosques are not being repaired, mosques have been broken. Sikh community people, Sardars, they have donated land, they have donated money to repair those mosques. to build mosques so that people have a place to play. Now with this amendment, in future, other communities cannot express this kind of solidarity, this kind of brotherhood with the Muslim community. This is very bad for the social fabric of our country. This is very divisive. And definitely the rights of worshipping according to their religious laws of the Muslim community, which are guaranteed by the constitution, actually that right is being infringed by these amendments. So many details are there, so many ways in which the government actually wants to take control of Waqf property. That has become very clear if you go through all the details of the amendments. The way in which the property is to be proved, the way in which you have to prove that you have the papers to that property. They are even saying not only Muslims can donate their property to Waqf, but that Muslim has to prove that he or she has been a Muslim for 5 years. Now this is unheard of. This is not something that is being applied to any other community. So supposing the government decides, I don't accept that you are a Muslim, how is that person going to prove? In that case, the government can say, I don't accept that you are a Muslim, and so therefore you are not allowed to donate your property to the Waqf. So in many ways, this amendment, this new law will infringe upon the rights of Muslims as citizens, as a community, as people willing to dispose of their property in the way in which they want to, and also upon their religious rights as Muslims, which are guaranteed by the constitution. And we have to understand that this has been done because there is vast Waqf property in urban areas. But the thing that they are saying that it is the most property, that is wrong. Temples are having even more property, but of course they are not going to touch that property. So Waqfs are having huge property, and this property has become very valuable. This is a government of land grabbers. They are grabbing land, tribal land, Dalit land. They are grabbing land all over the country, and now we feel, want to grab much of the land that is under the Waqf, under the Endowment Act, which is being used by the Muslim community for various purposes. Now they are saying that there was misuse. Some wrong things were being done. So that is happening everywhere. In every community, in every institution, there is some corruption, there is some misuse. So as a government, it is your duty to point this out and to take action against it. You can do that without changing the law. That is our point. They are not wanting to actually benefit the Muslim community in any way. They are bringing this law, number one, to tell a lie to the people of India that Muslims have grabbed land. They are illegal land grabbers. They are like a land mafia. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, just one day after the law has been passed, has said, I am going after the land scam Waqf mafia now. That is his statement in the papers today. So already the game plan is very easy. Two things they want to do. They want to grab the land and they want to deny the rights of the Muslim community, and they want to create further polarization. If you are supporting the Muslim community, then you are anti the majority community. This is the type of picture that they are trying to paint. That is why we are saying we are against this law. It is an unconstitutional law. It is a divisive and unjust law. It is infringing upon the religious and citizenship rights of Muslims, and this law should be withdrawn. That is our demand.